Coming up, we have some major updates on the Cardinals head coach search. And one of these updates is going to shock you. Before we dive into that, I want you guys to get in the comments section. Tell me who your favorite Cardinals player of all time is. Let's do something fun here. Pick any Cardinal in the history of the Arizona Cardinals rosters and tell me who your favorite Arizona Cardinals player is. Comment that down below. I'm going to go through and see all the fun names, some blasts from the past, or maybe it's someone on the current roster. You let me know, and let's get into this video. Welcome into Cardinals Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Joey O'Donohue. This is your place for all things Arizona Cardinals, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And let's get into the first update we have for the Arizona Cardinals fans on their head coach search. You may have heard from Albert Breer that the Arizona Cardinals are taking Rams OC Mike LaFleur out to dinner in Phoenix, and he'll have his second interview with the team tomorrow. Now, when you take someone out to dinner, things are getting pretty serious here, okay? This isn't just a second date. And they interview him twice in 2 days, actually. Dianna Russini, another one of our favorite sources, says that right now the Arizona Cardinals consider Raheem Morris, Anthony Campanelli, and Mike LaFleur as their lead candidates per sources. So we talked about this report, right? But guess what? Campanelli's not an option anymore. He's going back to the Jaguars, and he's going to remain their DC. This from Adam Schefter. Not only is Campanelli returning to Jacksonville, but also Grant Udinski, their offensive coordinator, who was a candidate for a lot of different other teams, like the Browns, like the Bills. And he said, I'd rather go be an OC than coach one of those franchises, surprisingly. So, with Campanelli out of the mix, that means the only two candidates, based on the Russini top three, Raheem Morris and Mike LaFleur. Until today, we have a brand new report that the Arizona Cardinals are going to interview Klint Kubiak for a second time. This is great news. Kubiak is one of the more sought-after candidates, but he's still coaching right now, so there hasn't been a whole lot of time. Yet these other teams, like the Raiders and Cardinals, who are still waiting, can interview Kubiak again, and both of them will. The current OC for the Seattle Seahawks was the Vikings OC in 21. Saints OC in 2024 wasn't as pretty with New Orleans, but what he has done for Seattle is definitely something worth celebrating for the Seahawks fans. I mean, he's completely turned Sam Darnold's career around. I mean, he's putting him in perfect situations to succeed. He's getting the most out of JSN. He's the son of a Super Bowl champion head coach, Gary Kubiak, and at only 38 years old, he has ties to Kyle Shanahan. I'll tell you right now, Klint Kubiak is my favorite choice of the candidates left. I think you poach someone from the NFC West. He's a brilliant offensive mind, and this could help Arizona finally unleash whether it's Kyler Murray or whoever the quarterback is under center. Can we get this thing going? Can we get this thing moving here and bring in an offensive, young, coveted head coach candidate? Just to give you some more context on Kubiak's offense here in 2025, I mean, 28.4 points per game. It's top 3 in the National Football League with Sam Darnold. Phenomenal what he's done with that unit. Would help to have a guy that can bring in an O-line coach to help things out here for Arizona too, because guess what? 27 sacks allowed, that was tied 5th least, while Arizona, meanwhile, was 5th most in terms of sacks allowed. So, a guy like Kubiak could really help out the Cardinals' offense and system, and he's coveted for a reason. However, because I told you that Mike LaFleur has had 2 back-to-back interviews with the Cardinals, can Arizona afford to just leave him in limbo until Kubiak is able to be hired? Because remember, we got a couple weeks here where Klint Kubiak's season is still going on. I mean, he's going to coach in the Super Bowl here. So that hire wouldn't happen. The interview can. The hire probably won't. Is Mike LaFleur just going to sit around and wait on Arizona? Or is he going to say, all right, I'm going to announce that I'm returning to the Rams here because you don't like me enough to offer me a job right now? Why don't they like Mike LaFleur enough? He's been the Rams OC since 2023 under Sean McVay. Now, things weren't as pretty with the Jets. Like, I could understand the reservation. It's a lot more of McVay in Los Angeles than LaFleur. But he's the brother of Matt LaFleur, the Green Bay Packers head coach, and he's got Kyle Shanahan ties as well. He's worked under both McVay and Shanahan. And I do like a young offensive candidate for the Cardinals from the NFC West You didn't get Robert Saleh, who was a defensive candidate that you could have poached, but I think LaFleur and Kubiak are not only the next best things, but Kubiak might even be better. And LaFleur is also only 38 years old and has been coaching in college football in the NFL since 2009. The other thing you have to factor into this equation for Arizona is it's not a guarantee that both of their favorite candidates, if these other two favorites, will be available. Josina Anderson, another NFL insider, has sort of a cryptic report here saying that additionally, there is one hot coach in the conference championship round, this was Sunday, who a league source says has at least been heard contemplating potentially returning to his team with some of the remaining openings viewed as not attractive. Okay? What that would mean for Arizona is that I think this is about Kubiak. I think with just the Raiders and the Cardinals left, and you could just go to the next thing, Gage, not that social, but just the next thing. I think what this is for Arizona is Kubiak the guy that Josina's talking about, because he's coaching a Super Bowl offense right now. So why does he think coaching Arizona or Las Vegas is a better opportunity? I think it's scary, but it might mean that he's going to go back to his team. But if you could pick one of the two, let me know who. If you like Mike LaFleur, type ML. If you like Klint Kubiak, type KK in the comment section. Get 2 letters, those initials down below. We'll see where you're at, Cardinals fans, where your heads are at. A crazy report that might shock you here from Dianna Russini. This flew under the radar. The Cardinals interviewed former Carolina Panthers and Washington Commanders head coach Ron Rivera in person for their head coach vacancy. Rivera currently serves as the general manager for Cal football. Ron Rivera? Are we kidding right now? This came out of nowhere that they had interviewed him. All of a sudden, we get this report that he is a candidate for the Cardinals. Riverboat Ron? I mean, listen, he had some great years way back when. He was 2-time coach of the year. Went to the Super Bowl with that 2015 Panthers team. What's the word I'm looking for? Washed, though? I mean, since 2018, he's had 0 winning seasons as a head coach. He's a defensive-minded candidate as well. Also a leader archetype that Arizona seemed to be looking for at the start of this search, right? They wanted guys like Vance Joseph, Raheem Morris, Robert Saleh, defensive leader types, so Ron would fit that mold. Also kind of interesting that he has the Riverboat Ron nickname. I mean, he kind of became one of the more conservative coaches in the NFL. But, just wanted to report the news to you guys on that matter and get your reaction to it, that Ron Rivera might be in this mix. Comment your one-word reaction to Ron Rivera being a candidate for the Cardinals. Let me know down below what you think of that. I got to hear what the Cardinals fans think about Ron Rivera and this organization giving him an interview. I'll tell you, what's hurting the Cardinals too is Bidwell is such a cheap owner. He's not going to pay the big bucks, and Kubiak's like, I'm just going to go back to Seattle. That's what worries me here about this search, who it's going to come down to. But I will have you updated the entire way through, so hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And if you want more Cardinals content, I've got you covered. Appreciate you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.